Waziri Julius Migos Ogamba, viongozi wote ambao wako hapa ukiongozwa na area MP, board chair Pius Chelimo na principal Madam Janet Talam, and all the teachers and students and graduates and also the parents who are here. Hamjambo. Bwana asifiwe. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. So I will be brief because I think the chief guest has a lot to say. I would have said more if I had accepted the chief guest invitation. I got Pius Chelimo looking for me about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, and he asked me to grace the occasion today as chief guest. I accepted. But later I thought about it and I said, I have a good working relationship with the CS Education. And I decided I should talk to him and persuade him to change his plans and come here today. And he actually changed his plans, because today in his diary he was supposed to do something else. But he graciously accepted to be the chief guest for today. Can we clap for him, please? So Waziri, I truly appreciate you giving the opportunity to this community today. I decided not to be chief guest because Tambachia is my home. When I was a young person, I grew up in a place called Kapkoi. I think I showed you a river that you can see up there called Torok. So when I was young and I needed school fees, because mimi nilikuwa hustler, nilikuwa nabeba kwa gunia vitunguu na cabbages. Nilete mpaka market hapa Tambach, niuze ndio nipate riziki. And we did that for a while. Tuka struggle, Mungu akutujalia. Nikaenda Kapsabet Boys, nikarudi hapa Iten, na mambo historia yangu ni ndefu. Leo niko kama katibu mkuu. Kwa hivyo nimekuja hapa sababu I have nostalgia. I remember Tambach very well. It's a place also many of my friends studied. And our second president was actually a teacher here. And all this work that we see here is courtesy to him. So I've come today and I've seen, tumetembea na wewe, and I think yourself, just like myself, I am persuaded that this institution needs some refurbishment and actually some form of upgrade. So you know I handle the issues for everyone. So when you has come, we will also consider like others. And we will see whether there is merit. The beauty is that at least I have seen, and maybe I could be sympathetic and persuade also my colleagues to look at this favorably. Otherwise, graduates, I want to say this is a great milestone in your life. Congratulations for your graduation. Tuwapigia makofi. This is 28 years since this school was started. I mean, this college was started. And this is the second year when you have diploma in primary teacher education and early childhood education. And I think I have also had the governor passionately argue for some form of upgrade. So maybe governor will need to sit together so that you persuade me also whether I should be able to support you on the same. I want just to say that we run a very tight fiscal space. I don't know whether you understand this. Our budget is limited. We have just presented a budget of 4.2 trillion shillings to Parliament. And in this budget, we are going to set aside of that 4.2, 1.4 trillion to deal with outstanding obligations relating to debt and pension. So ukitoa hiyo 4.2, ikitoa 1.4 from 4.2 ni ngapi? 2.8. Kwa hiyo 2.8 unatoa ya counties. Counties ni ngapi? 400 and something. Ile imebaki, the Ministry of Education has an allocation of 701 billion shillings. So if you look at the percentage or the share of how much education sector gets, it is 28% of what is available for allocation. That's already the highest allocation ever in any sector for Kenya. That demonstrates education sector is key for the government of Kenya. And we will continue to work hard to prioritize funding to the education sector, including for recruitment of teachers, such as yourselves. And I just want to finish my speech by saying that that budget must be financed, and it has to be financed by revenues. We have to get taxes and other non-taxes, but they don't match, and they have never matched for a long time. Always expenditures are higher than revenues. So when we don't balance, we are forced to go to the market or go to our partners to borrow. But our capacity to borrow has also become limited. So there is only one thing that we need to all do as Kenyans, to work hard and expand the cake of Kenya by way of increasing the GDP. Our GDP currently stands at around 19 trillion shillings, for some of you who understand. If we manage to double that in a short time, then everything will be okay for us. So I want to encourage you, Governor, your GDP for this country, for this county, you need to find ways to actually increase it. And the work that we have just done, we supplied about 100,000 seedlings of coffee. I want to urge the people of this region to grow coffee. Coffee is now the highest. I think this year, those who have been having coffee, they have laughed all the way to the bank, because prices are very high and the income is high. I'm told one tree can give you up to 10,000 shillings per year. So today we gave out 100,000 seedlings. So if CS comes in 3 years and all those 100,000 seedlings have matured, you're talking about almost 1 billion shillings here. And we do the same across the county for ecological zones. You map and see which crop can do well. In the valley we have mangoes, and in highlands we have tea and others. Let's go for cash crop farming. Finally, I want to say that on the 12th of July this year, we will be having the 9th edition of the annual gov't restoration efforts. We expect that, like he has done before, our president will be chief guest. And so what we have done today is part of that 9th edition. We want to plant more trees. And I want to finish by urging the people who live here. Onge negele Spencer line ongen is ara giwalia semage gonyiti Spencer line ara kipendi ge ngaloli nguni kipendi ke sup sibege ngalala mugitinje ngalek choch baga chegiri oligriptei tumta age chen magarnonit amoy lakwetab kara ne gomam jam nga chichang kaboishe nafasi ni agur my colleague wa forestry PS Mugambi, tafadhali njoo useme machache alafu tupatie CS. Asanteni sana.